Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to Model Kit Monday. Last week we looked at something from Build Fighters. At say, let's go back to the Universal Century with RX-75 Guntank, the Earth Federation's Space Forces prototype long-range support mobile suit. This is a mobile suit that originally appeared in the first Gundam series, which took place during Universal Century 0079. And I refer to it as such because otherwise it's just Gundam, but that could mean a lot of things. So anyways, Guntank here. This is the high-grade Universal Century release from 2000, which means it is the 7th in the line of what they've done a lot of high-grade Universal Century plus offshoots. And it is likely that this is the last high-grade Guntank we're going to be getting in this design. We have the prototype Guntank that recently came out for Gundam The Origin, but it doesn't seem like original Guntank is going to be getting a new release in the Revive line for the 35th anniversary. And I wonder if that's just because it isn't as necessary. This is a very good kit because this is a very simple design. So without further ado, let's take a look at Guntank. So Guntank here is quite the small kit. I want to say this to start, he is quite small. Now for me, I picked mine up from AmiAmi for 600 yen, roughly about $5. Because he is a smaller kit, he is less complex, but like I said, he is smaller than most mobile suits. Here is the Build Burning Gundam, who I had on hand, who is one of the smaller Gundams, and you can see that he is more than a head taller than Guntank here. So there is that downside. He's a little small, but he is nicely scaled with the RX-78 and gun cannon. So when I get the new Revive versions of those, we'll compare them. But anyways, the kit itself, I found to be an interesting build, mostly because this was a lot more complicated down here than I thought. To distinguish themselves from past 144 releases, they decided to, make the high-grade Universal Century more complex. Each of these wheels was an individual piece. They all have specific spots to go. You have like covers here. The whole assembly, like these little things here, do come out kind of easily. It just seems like, I don't know why those are separate pieces, but they are, which is kind of neat. And they do have holes, so if you wanted him like towing somebody with some wire, you could totally pull that off. Now the treads here are one piece that tab in about here and wrap all around. You do need to bend them into place in order for them to look right. I think I did an okay job on it. It's kind of tricky. They do not move. They are solid. So there's that. Now, I gotta say, Guntank, it's hard to mess up Guntank because he's very, very simple. The one thing he does not feature is a core fighter. If you notice here, if you pull this apart, it is just a solid piece. There is no core fighter inside. So there is that downside, but that is pretty minor overall. If you notice in the back here, we do have his thruster pack, which looks really nice overall. I feel like the molded detail in there really helps to make this look a lot better. Other than that, coming around here to the front, his gun hands here look really good. I feel like maybe some paint inside there would help bring those out a bit, but I'm not too sure how to do that because they are pretty deep cavities. You can see chest vents as well as the head. Now the head here, which is also the cockpit, is something I didn't want to show you guys. As you can see behind the window, there is a little pilot shape inside, which I think is really neat. I've noticed with Gunpla, they like to put pilots in when they can, and it's a visible cockpit, like this one. So you could go in there and paint it up to be Kai, Ryu, Hayato, whoever you'd like. And you can see he's got the two cannons, which are surprisingly simple. They were just a couple pieces put together. Now, articulation-wise, for the Guntank, you have this joint here, which just turn left and right. So you do have that going on. It isn't a very wide motion without modifying it. It's just going to be turning left and right. The shoulders work very well. They move out. You can have the elbows bend in two places. This is about the extent they can go. And the cannons are on standard swivel polycaps, as well as the head can look around, which works really well. But that's pretty much it. That's all there really is to Guntank. I do like how clean the joint system is, as you can move these pieces to cover up where the arm joints are. It does not look like he has too many, added joints. It's not very obvious that they added anything, and I do like that, as it does match the show model a lot better. But overall, that's all Guntank really does. So overall, Guntank here is a neat little kit. Because he is less expensive, especially on the Japanese market side of things, it does not bug me too much that he doesn't do a whole lot. Plus, what else is he really going to do? Outside of cannon blast effects, there's not much else they could have added to this guy. That's probably why he isn't getting a revived version. But I do like Guntank. I thought it was a neat concept of taking, like, the standard tank, but giving it, you know, a torso, so it's a mobile suit. And I'm sad that it does not get the credit it really deserves, as it did get cut from the compilation movies for 0079, as well as not being any of the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games as far as I can tell. And it's just kind of an underappreciated mobile suit, in my opinion, and I think he's really cool, but not totally necessary for collections. But if you do want the three main mobile suits from the original Gundam series, then you definitely need to get this guy, as he's probably not going to get a new version, unlike Gun Cannon and RX-78. So overall, that's what I think about Guntank. If he's not your design choice, I totally understand. Let me know in the comments what you think of Guntank, and let me know if you actually want one of these kits, because they're pretty cool. But anyways, next week there will be no Model Kit Monday, as something special has been planned here at Soundout Productions, which you will find out about this Saturday. And stay tuned, as on Thursday I have my show Soundout's Toy Chest, which is a mystery review series where I give a clue a week in advance, and people try to figure out what it is before I review it the following Thursday. And also check out Saturday for the big announcement, where I will be announcing why there's no Model Kit Monday or Soundout's Toy Chest or Soundout Review next week. There's a special reason for that. Also be sure to check out HeroTaku.com for all of your Gundam and Gunpla news and more. And Tony Soundout saying goodbye.